Hi everyone, Sonia here, and you're watching Pouring with Sonia. So today I'm going to try and do a 12 by 24 Shelee style swipe. I've had a couple successes, but also this is bigger. And also I'm branching out a little bit on the colors. So I thought I'd do some jewel tones. So what I have mixed up today is just like I've been using all JoSonjas and having really good success, the transparent and semi-transparent. I've got a couple of opaques and a transparent and a semi-transparent in this batch. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm just going to show you I'm all over the place on the kind of paints. Creative Inspiration, Dioxazine Violet. And then Creative Inspirations Orange Yellow. So that's just cheap student grade paint. But then for the turquoise, I have a Liquitex really nice qualities series 2 of the Turquoise Deep. And then for my kind of red violet, it's called Purple Matter. It's one of my favorite JoSonja colors. I love it. It's very rich. That's this color. So, I actually have the purple mixed up a little bit thicker than the others. I'm going to put that on the bottom, and it's an opaque. But you can see these are pretty thick paints. I don't know if you can see that here, but it's flowing off the stick fine, but it's leaving a nice mound. And the turquoise actually is several days old, and I don't know, I just added a bunch to it also. Yesterday I was playing with some interference colors, so I just kind of dumped them all into this turquoise. So it's really a hodgepodge of different colors and interference, which I don't think is gonna make much of an interference effect, but I love interference, so I was playing with it yesterday and didn't want to toss it out, so I threw it into this that was already mixed up. But it's a little bit thinner. It still leaves a slight mound, but not as much of a mound as the purple. And the orange also is the thicker consistency, so it's leaving a higher mound. Oops, there's something in that. Let me just get that if I can. Get that out of there. I'm not sure what that is, but I might as well get it out now before we start. Okay. And then the Purple Matter is the JoSonja's, and it's thinner as well. So I've got kind of a thick consistency, leaving out a really high mound. And then I've got for the purple and the orange. For the turquoise and the red violet Purple Matter, it still leaves a mound, but it's a thinner, smaller mound. It drops down quicker. So I'm going to do thick, thin, thick, thin. And the thin is definitely a semi-transparent. The Purple Matter is a semi-transparent. And that's going to be next to my white Cell Activator on the top, which I'm going to actually pour into this George Foreman grill drip tray. And I'm going to dip my swiping tool, which is just like a 5-inch cake icing spatula, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to dip it and swipe it and dip it and swipe it. So I thought I'd show you that process because I posted it, a couple successes the other day, and I just thought I'd show you instead of trying to do still photos. And hopefully this turns out. Like I did one yesterday in all purples. It didn't turn out that good because here's the one I did yesterday. I mean, it's okay. I got nice cells, but whenever I think I've got enough pillow, I think I need to add a little bit more because I had to, and also like with the blooms. So with the blooms, if you've got a good blow in the beginning, you're like, oh, this is going to tilt beautifully. Same thing with the swipes. I had an empty spot over here, and what I should have done was lay down a new stripe and then re-swipe. And I thought, oh, I'll get that in tilting. And I had the same problem up here. I'm like, oh, it's a little bare, but that's okay. I'll get that in tilting. No, I think that, you know, you need to have a good swipe in order for it to tilt well, because otherwise you can see I had to go all over the place with this one, and it kind of ruined it. It's still kind of cool looking, but it definitely kind of ruined my initial really cool stuff like this. It got all messed up in there in the middle. So I'm going to try and go for more live and learn. We live and learn, right? So I'm going to try and go for some more consistent swipes. And if it doesn't swipe well, pour a little more paint. And I might even have to mix up some more. I don't know, because I might not have enough. But we'll see. And then for my pillow, I just use the Sherwin-Williams Color to Go. I actually go to the Sherwin-Williams store to get this. And they always have 30% off coupons. So I get it for about $5 a quart. And I just like it. It's a thick pillow and it moves slowly, but that's kind of what I like. So I'm going to just go for it, guys. Let's see what we can do. All right. I'm going to start with a pretty thick all right. I know I'm going to need more. That's why I have another thing here. Just kind of let that go off to the side and drip a little. And at Sherwin-Williams, where I get this, they'll just, even though they're not tinting it for me, they'll still shake it up for me, which is nice. And they have those 30% off coupons pretty much consistently. Like, they say it expires at the end of March, but then a new one comes out in April. So far I've been buying it there since, like, I don't know, October. And I've never not had. All right, so that's a pretty thick amount. And then I'm just going to get a little drab here and wet the canvas with it. And I'm assuming I've had enough come out of here to where I can just kind of wet the canvas with this too. And I'm just kind of a hands-on girl, so I'm just going to use my hands to wet the canvas. And I'm just doing that so that, you know, the swipe, when I'm swiping out, it has a nice, it doesn't get caught or stuck, you know. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm just going to turn this. I think it'll be easier. Well, I didn't mark where my canvas should be. So we're just going to have to, I hope I don't go off camera too much on this, because I am going to end up turning this around, I'm sure. Okay. So, got this all here. And I think, oh my gosh, that's so much pillow. But after yesterday's little, I wish I'd had a little more pillow since I had to tilt. So when you think you have enough, get a little more. That's kind of my advice. Because I know I'm going to be tilting. It's not like I'm going to leave it that thick. Okay. Got my little paper towels handy to wipe my swiping tool off. And now what I'm going to do is just take my Cell Activator I mixed up and pour it in my little tray. And so I'll be ready to dip and swipe, dip and swipe. So let's lay down some paint and see what happens with my completely inconsistent paint qualities, and some opaque and some semi-transparent, some old mixed up days ago that I added a bunch of just junk to. So this could end up going horribly wrong, but let's see. I do want to try and leave a little bit of paint in my little cups here so that if I have a bad swipe and I need to go back and put down some more paint, I've got some to do that with, because that was my mistake yesterday. I mixed up just enough, barely enough, And then I was like, oh, I need some more paint to go over that purple one I showed you. And I didn't have any mixed up. And I should have just not used it all, so that, well, live and learn. That's what we do. Okay. There's my turquoise. I got plenty of that left. We're going to go here with the orange. So I thought some jewel tones might be kind of fun if they don't get all muddied and turn brown. I know that teal or that turquoise and orange certainly could. I do love this kind of red, violet, and orange together though. That's pretty neat. And I think I'll just go a little bit on the outside here. Oh, I better leave some more. Okay, so I have a little bit of each paint left, which is good. Okay. Got my napkin ready. And now let's cross our fingers. Everyone, are your fingers crossed? I hope so. So I'm just going to dip it. And swipe. I think I should have my thing over here. And I think since I've got my napkin over there, I'll just keep going this way. So I never had much success with the swipes. Now here's where I have to decide. Do I want to go in and fill in that area right now? Because if I try and tilt it, I'm going to mess up my lines. Or do I just leave the white? So I just want to pause for a second and think. I don't think I'm going to mind that negative space a little bit in there, so I'm going to leave it for now. But if I don't, maybe not. I'm going to come back to that. Okay. I wasn't having much luck with the swipes. Everybody has these really great results. And I was not getting them. So start that one a little bit further down on purpose. And when I tilt, it's going to change anyways, but. And also, like here, I don't know if you can see that off the screen there, but there's this beautiful section that came off where if I've got a section that's not good, I've got this beautiful, I can pick it up and lay it on and try and fix it that way. Let me get my stuff out of the way, because when you're swiping, you know, the last thing you need is for something to get in your way and interrupt the flow of your swipe, which happens. It does happen. I'm going to get a new little paper towel there. So the difference with these where I'm having a little more success is dipping this spatula into the CA rather than pour it all down. Because if I pour it all down, the CA is quite a bit thinner than the paints themselves, and it would sink. And then I just wasn't getting good results. So this works much better for me. I don't like that. I must have had too heavy of a hand there. So I think what I'm going to do is put just a little more blue here. And this is where yesterday on my purple one, I didn't. I'm like, oh, I'll fix it when I tilt, and I couldn't. So I definitely want to go over that again because I don't like what happened. Okay. I got plenty of that red. So, or red, violet, purple matter. I'm going to just start a little bit back. Okay. That's better. let's come over here. Do this again. And I guess I'm really lifting instead of keeping it down. You can see how I'm lifting here. So I need to try and pay attention to how I'm swiping because I'm messing things up. So I'm going to go over that area again, right here. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, let's do this again then. Put a little more here. Not sure. I had my mojo here. I shouldn't have paused to talk about anything, huh? But let's just keep trying. I love those cells, but I'm going to have to wreck them. I reckon I'm going to have to wreck them. Am I not? I guess I'm just not going back in and picking up enough paint. Boy, I really dipped down into the pillow there, so there's not much pillow there at all. All right, now I'm going to try one swipe this way and we'll see what happens, but I have a feeling I may be turning it around. Let's see. Okay. Let's kind of put my CA back down here, maybe put a little more in. Okay, take two. I ran out of pillow again. Maybe I better nudge this out a little. Okay. Put this here. And that could have been a major mistake. I think it was. Bummer, because that's gorgeous. Okay. And I like this blue in here. Get some orange. I don't have a lot of orange, so it's not really showing up. Let's get a little bit more. All right. Trying to adapt on the fly here. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh, I need to move my... Here's part of that one I would definitely pick up and lay back down on areas that I messed up. I put it on my cleaning cloth thing, my little... So I'm going to put that over there because I might need it. Just like I might need that. All right. Let's keep going. This is big. This 12 by 24 area to swipe. scooch some of this back down here. I'm not trying to skimp on that cell activator. As I've kind of pushed it all down and out of the way. Okay, one more good swipe, I hope. We'll do it. And then we go into the nerve-wracking tilting. Okay, so let me take a look. I definitely have some bare areas by the edges. I'm not sure why. I can't seem to get that right. I didn't get much of my orange, which even when I laid some more down, but maybe that'll change when I start tilting it. So I like these colors together. Boy, that purple matter really, it's really prominent. Not much purple on this side at all. A little bit, but not much. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right, I've got some thumbtacks on the back I want to kind of get a hold of. That way. And just try and go straight down and stretch off some of that pillow paint. I'm definitely going to have to go a little bit this way to get that corner. This is where I start messing it up. Come on, baby. Okay. All right. Try and go back. And a lot of that purple didn't show up. It's all purple matter, which is a little unfortunate. So let me go to this corner. Okay, it's dropped off. I think if I just keep going this way, I can get that weird stretchy stuff off, but then I lose almost all the colors. But also, I don't like that one area, so. All right, let's go back this way. See what happens. It's all purple matter. There's not much of anything else showing up here. Gosh. Let's go a little bit that way to get that corner. Hey, Toby, my little puppy. Boy, I don't have many of my other colors showing through. But the lacing just goes on and stretches forever, which is kind of cool. Just get off the edge. Let me get out of this. Come on, baby. Okay, let's go back this way now. Fix those lines a little. Well, I'm a little disappointed that those other colors didn't really come through. Here, I'm gonna have to turn it this way. So I can just kind of try and stretch this out a little bit easier from the top down. Those other colors are just kind of playing peekaboo. No, I better stop while I'm ahead. Okay, well, and I don't think if I, no, I better just stop while I'm ahead. So what do you think about the jewel tones? That purple matter really took over. I am getting some colors poking up through, but just not as much as I thought. But actually, I mean, the more I look at it now with the stretching, it's kind of like reminding me of a stained glass type. So I'm not too, let me take off my gloves. And I'll bring you down close in here where you can see some of those colors poking through. It's not kind of what I was hoping for, but the more I look at it, I'm like, all right, okay. I got to get up on my chair to get this, so bear with me. Okay. Let me just show you what we've got here. So if I bring you in here, you can see the lacing just goes on and on forever. But I have got like some nice colors poking through there, huh? Like, look at the blues. And like that turquoise and orange created this kind of cool peacocky green, which I wasn't expecting. So, I mean, turquoise turned a little bit more blue. That's just all purple matter right there. But, I mean, I've got this kind of ugly stripe here, but there's nothing I can do about that. Everything else stretch out pretty well. Like, I'm happy when I get these little pops of color coming through. Like that orange is just playing peekaboo. Peekaboo. It's just coming through. And then finally in this corner, got those blues coming through. Mostly just blues down here. I didn't get much purple at all. I think the only areas I got purple, instead I've got like blues, greens, and oranges, I got the tiniest bit of purple, which really kind of made a magenta here in this corner. And then I got a tiny bit of purple right there. That's about it. So that's a shame. So I think if I were to do this again, I might put that purple matter on the bottom, since it kind of really takes it. But also, that was a semi-transparent in the thin one. So all that lacing turned that color. The white CA became that purple matter, which is kind of cool. Kind of a cool effect. So what do you think? Do you like the jewel tones? Do you like how this swipe turned out? It's a 12 by 24. Pretty cool. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of like it. Especially love this top half because I've got more of the colors that shone through there. And I really like that. And then it's like more of a solid base down here. A little bit of blues. I mean, a little bit of stuff. Tiny bit of purple, but it's all probably going to dry pretty dark anyways. We'll see. All right. Let me know what you think. I know this one took a while, but hopefully you can learn a little watching the whole process from beginning to end. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.